prime numbers search first. Okay. Oh. Thank you. So on the prime number search, Kata, question or you want to help me start?
I have a question on the product word on the model.
Okay, so let's start with number 1 and we'll get there. Sarah, help me start.
Okay, so for the
Nice and loud too, so the microphone can hear you.
so for number 1, I did for the video that you showed us.
Yeah.
So I did each number a different color in the back and multiples.
Okay. So is 1 a prime?
No.
So what do we do?
So you just did the place.
Or cross it out.
Yeah.
Right? And then is 2 a prime?
Yeah.
So what do I do?
You circle it.
Circle it. Can I now cancel out a bunch of things that are multiples of 2? Where are those, Sarah?
So for 2, you go all the way down to 42 and cross out all of those.
All the evens, right?
Yeah.
So what's a quick way to do that, Jordan?
So like cross out the whole row going down to 4.
Yeah. All of those are even?
Also below like the rest of the 2.
All of those are even?
The 6, 8, and
All of those are even. All of those are even. You have to be kind of neat, don't you?
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is hard to use. So we've gotten rid of all of the evens. So Jordan is 3 a prime?
3, yeah.
So what do I do with it?
Circle.
Circle it. Okay, Timo, can you count 5 3s for me?
3, 6.
So I'm going to cross out all multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, so is there a shortcut there? Yeah, well, what is it, Sarah?
From the 3 and the 6 and the 9,
Yeah.
just put diagonal.
Right, so if you took, whoa, my board's not oriented on there. For some reason, it's not touching. There we go. If you take a nice straight edge, you can, and we have them in the back of the room, you can kind of line them up to get rid of those diagonals. Because that would help you be really organized, right? It's a little hard to use my particular ruler. It's not so, I can't get it to rotate. Come on. There it goes. So, see how I can cancel out these multiples of 3 right on the diagonal? Oh, you know, this is not working like it usually does. Let's see if I can do better. There we go. Should kind of, there we go. See how I can just get rid of those? Getting all of the multiples of 3 right on that diagonal. So, they're 30. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
So start at the beginning and find the next uncircled number. What is it, Jordan?
5.
5. So,
And then there's an easy shortcut.
yeah, Alex, what's the multiples of 5? Where are those?
They're all down.
Yeah, 15, 25, 35, 45. And then Owen or Albert, what about the other multiples of 5? And they're gone already, right? So, Owen, sorry, what's the next prime number? 7. Can you count by 7s? Owen? 14's gone. Keep good. Gone. Right. Perfect. Good. And the last one would be, that's the only one that wasn't crossed out. So it's good we went all the way to the end. Nelson, what's the next prime? 11. And what are the multiples of 11, Nelson? Like, count by 11. Good. So this one's gone, right? 33, 44. Right on another diagonal. Sophie, what's the next prime?
13.
Good. Count by 13, Sophie.
26.
So cross out 26 and then
39.
39. Nice.
That's true.
Yes.
You don't have to go to 13 because you already know the rest are prime if everything's crossed out when you go into another number. Like for 11, everything is crossed out when you're crossing it out. So that's what you know.
Think that's true?
No.
You have to be really careful about that.
Like 7.
You want to get to halfway. I think it's on this board that's actually true. But if the board were bigger, you want to make sure you go halfway. Because it's a great thing to point out. Like when I get 17, you're absolutely right. Woo, look at, so the board's not oriented very well today, is it? And I just oriented it, but not sure why that's happening. So 17, once we get to 17, you're right, double it, it's 34, and it's gone. And then add another 17, and it's 51. And then, do you see what she's saying? She can tell now everything that's left is like 19, same thing. 19 and 19 is 38, it's even. And another 19 would be off the board. 23 plus 23 makes 46, and then that's crossed out already, and the next one's off the board. And so now we're more than halfway, 29 and 29 is 58. So you could now write a list of all of your prime numbers. You should be able to write the list so you understand. I have to orient my board to do that, so I'm going to pause this. So the final answer should be a list, and the smallest prime is 2, 3, 5 is the next one, 7. Sometimes it's really nice to just write them in rows, so you can see there's those 4 from that row. Then from the next row, 11, 13, 17. What else? 23, 29. What about the next row?
31.
31, 37.
41. 43. 47.
Nice. 41, 43, 47. Raise your hand if that makes sense. Okay. Are you correcting it a color pen? If you need a little bit of help, come in tomorrow morning. I'll be here early. I'll be here by 8. I'll probably be here by 10 to 8, actually. So come in. Okay, all the factors of 36. I'm not going to do this one because it should be in your notebook. It should be the very first thing we took notes on. Or in your definitions right there. Right? Is it prime or composite?
Composite.
Composite. So all the factors of 15 would be 1 times 15. And then, does 2 go into 15?
No.
So 3 times
5.
5. Do you know that little dot means multiply?
Yeah.
Okay. So the prime numbers, all the factors are 1, 3, 5, and 15. And it is composite. That's how your answer should look. So this is like your scratch work, your work. That's your answer. So I want a nice ordered list in the end.
Do you not get full credit if you didn't like do the multiplication order?
If you know it in order by memory, you'll get full credit. But it's a skill, right? This is a skill. If you don't know in order, you should do the skill, right? It's a starting point. Like for 17, hopefully you know it's just 1 and 17 because it's prime. And prime numbers only have how many factors?
1 in itself.
1 in itself, right? 2 factors. 120, bigger list. Test somebody new. How about Haley?
It's composite.
Composite.
And I don't know if I got everything, but I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 20, 24, 30, 40.
Okay, so stop there for a minute. And let's make a list. 1 times what?
120.
1 times 120. 2 times.
60,
3 times.
40,
4 times.
30.
So if you have trouble with that, class, 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. And remember the little trick I used? Like we know 4 goes into 40 how many times?
10.
And what's 10 times 3?
30.
So 4 times 30 is one way to get 120. So if we practice that again, 5 goes into 30 how many times?
6.
6. And what's 6 times 4?
24.
And do you have 24 there?
Yeah.
Does 6 go into 24?
Yeah.
How many times?
4.
What's 4 times 5?
20.
Is 6 times 20 120?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also yeah, there's
Oh, I didn't hear you say that, and I overlooked it myself. Thank you. 6, 8 times, and 10 times, right?
Yeah.
10 times 12, 8 times
15.
15. That's a big, long problem. So that one, I didn't really leave a lot of work for you to write a long list, so that's sufficient there. Did you have all those in the end, Haley? Or did you skip the 8? I just didn't hear you say it. You skipped the 8. So you found it. Okay. Jackson, you want to do 72 for us?
Yeah. It's a composite,
It's composite.
and the factors are, I believe, 1, 2, 6, 12, 36.
I think you might have skipped something. So let's go in order. So 1 times what?
Oh, yeah.
72.
So Jackson, go ahead.
I had brain fart.
That's okay. Let's go through in order.
I literally skipped a factor of 6.
So tell me 2. 2 times what?
Oh no, I didn't skip it.
Okay, so 2 times what?
2 times 36.
Okay. How about 3?
Oh, yeah.
You want to help Jessica? 3 times.
24.
3 times 24. So let's use that trick, Jackson. 3 goes into 36 12 times, right? 12 times 2 is 24. Does 4 go into any of these numbers?
Yeah. 24.
4 goes into 24.
6.
6 times. So what's 6 times 3?
18.
18. 5? Does 5 go into 72?
No.
Does 6?
Yes.
6 times what?
No.
12. Does 7?
No.
Does 8?
Yes.
How many times?
9.
So is that going to be repetition? The next one would be 9, right?
Yeah.
So I have them all. Correct your work with a color pen and practice, Sarah. Last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's composite,
Uh-huh.
and the factors are 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, and 40.
Is she right?
Yes.
So she may not need to do the workout if she can write the list.
I think that is. I think that
I just like writing it out without doing like the work.
So the only thing I'm going to say is a lot of times when people try to just write a list out, they skip things. So it's, you want to be really careful not to skip things. But on that being said, you might be really good at just writing a complete list. Okay, we are out of here at 25 today, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, we're going to do this, and I'm going to change the assignment a little bit and give you some of those for homework to practice for the quiz, but probably not all of them. Oh, no. The Wednesday work. I'm going to pick some of those problems.
Oh.
But first, let's look at the product game. Somebody new. Who haven't I heard from? I heard from you and you. I haven't heard from Asia.
Yay. So, missing factors are 2, 3.
Let's see if we agree. 2 and 3. So if you had a paper clip on 2, and then another paper clip on 2, you'd get the 4. Okay. And then what else would you tell me? 3 times 3, you would get the 9. So you would also have to have,
Okay, so then it's 15, 25, 6, 10.
okay, because 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 5 is
25.
25. 5 times 2 is 10.
It doesn't have to be in the order.
Doesn't have to be in that order. Does that work? Or is, what'd you get, Sophie?
1 and 3. Because
1 and 3.
3 times 3 equals 9. I don't know. I forgot. And then 5 times 5 is 25, and then
Let's see, one other choice here before we wrap up. It had the 9 and the 4 and the 5, and she said 1 and 3. So 3 times 3 gives the 9. Where's the 2? How do you get the 4?
I don't know.
So that
or
doesn't-
1 goes into 4, doesn't it?
It has to be 1, but you would have to be able to get 4 by multiplying 2 of these numbers.
Oh yeah.
Okay? So we're going to stick with Asia's solution.
I was confused.
Okay, I'm going to post this for you guys to look at if you need it. We'll just call